Hello, so this is the start of a new Sandra Makes vlog. It'll be the last Christmas themed one before we get into the new year. So in this vlog, it's going to be a little bit about making some more spiced apple chutney. We've got a bit about making gingerbread, quite a bit about pink mushrooms, and finally the long awaited decorating of the family Christmas cake. So that's all coming up for you to share and enjoy. Just going to add in, we do still have a number of the Sandra Makes lavender bags. There's still a few left. So there's 7 different designs. The sizing about from 10 centimetres by 7 centimetres up to, there's a couple of larger ones. That one's 14 centimetres by 8 centimetres. So just to give you an idea, they smell amazing still. So there's hand-picked lavender from our garden from this summer and dried by me. And then I've hand stitched the bags. So they're all nicely sealed. You can put them under your pillow. You can put them in your wardrobe to deter insects and this kind of thing. So if you fancy grabbing one of these, there'll be a link down in the description below, and it'll be a random design. So obviously, just I can't guarantee which design you'll get. But if you do want to know more, have a look in the description below, and there'll be a link there where you can buy one of these, and we'll include the postage and the cost, so you don't have to worry about any postage. And yes, so enjoy the video. Hi all, good evening. I'm starting off a new Sandra Makes because I realised that I was selling all of my chutney, and I have to say that the half jar that I kept at the time, this is a spiced apple and ginger chutney that I made for the fairs. I really enjoyed it, and I don't have any more, so I've made a bit more. So it's cooking now. So it was, so there it is, bubbling away. So it's been going for quite a while. I'm waiting for the liquid to go, so when it's a thick consistency, it'll be ready, and it's definitely not ready yet. So it was broadly, I think, 2 kilograms of chopped peeled apples, about 1 kilogram of onion, some mixture half and half of apple cider vinegar and malt vinegar, and then some seasoning, so some grated fresh ginger. I didn't have quite enough, so I topped it with a little bit of crystal ginger, pound of brown sugar, some mixed spice, some ground ginger, and a bit of salt and pepper. I think that was everything. So anyway, so that's all gone in, and it's been cooking away for quite a while now. And I've got some jars sterilising in the oven at 100 degrees. They've been in there for more than an hour, but I'll leave them in there to keep warm until the chutney's ready to jar. So there's quite a strong vinegar smell in the kitchen at the moment. I've turned off the fan for now so that you can hear me. So I've been more of a jam maker than a chutney maker in the past, but we had quite a lot of requests at the fair. Did have any chutney, and also put rhubarb and ginger jam, which I do like, but we don't have any rhubarb right now. And also blackcurrant jam. We don't have any blackcurrants anymore right now. Was it the request? I think that was the main ones. I could have definitely done more strawberry jam. Definitely, and more chutney. So anyway, so a lot did go, which was just lovely. So a little bit, and there's still some homemade mincemeat left, which I'm very happy about because I really enjoyed the homemade mince pies that I made the other week. So we'll be making more for the festive period here. So that's super. Yeah, anyway, so just thought I'd show you batch number 2 of my homemade spiced apple and ginger chutney. But it will be a while before it's ready. So I can give it a stir. It's getting there. It's looking more like chutney, but it's still reducing down. Patience, patience. What can I say? Right, I better crack on. See you all soon. So something like a couple of hours later, or it feels like a couple of hours, definitely more than an hour, maybe nearer 2. The chutney is ready, so you can see the consistency. So there's no liquid on the top now, it's all quite thick and glossy. And there's some in a jar. I'm just about to jar the rest of that, and there's my jars that have been, so they're still hot and baking in the oven, or have baked in the oven. The reason why I do that is that there's a small airspace at the top of the seal, and as the contents cools and contracts, it creates a vacuum and it helps keep the preserve sterile. And then hopefully then it's only once you open the jar that you'll need to pop it in the fridge, etc. But if I've done it right, they should be good for about a year, with no air in the top for anything to grow. So that's what I'm going to do now. So a little, oh, not lit up, right. A quick little catch up on something. So one thing that was going to be in a Sandra Makes from the summer, which got very delayed for lots of reasons, like we'd just moved in and there was a lot to do and it was a bit slow getting it started, was some people have been watching us for a long time, may remember, and those of us that are new obviously won't know, so I'll just explain. So Neil bought me a kit for growing pink edible mushrooms. So I should have put the starting spawn in the fridge. I hadn't realised that, so it was a little bit, anyway. I put it in the fridge when I realised, but I thought it might not grow at all, but I thought, well, we'll give it a try. So you pre-soak the straw, strain off most of the water, mix in the spore mix and the grain that's the food source for the spores in with the straw, and leave it for a super long time, like about 40 or 50 days. I'll be honest, I've not been counting, but I've just been having a peek once in a while. Had a look about a week or so ago, there was not much sign of growth, only a little bit of growth. Anyway, I had a look this evening when I came home, and I don't know how well you can see, but there is growth. It's just this kind of whitish mycelium, which is the growth of the fungus before it makes the mushrooms are like the fruiting bodies, the bit that we eat, and then this is just like the mycelium. But it has finally it's growing. So yeah, so I'll keep an eye on it. So you are meant, it's still quite moist at the moment, to be honest, but you need to keep it moist. So ideally keep spraying it every couple of days until it starts to form the fruiting bodies, the mushrooms. So yeah, so we may still get mushrooms after all. So we thought if it really didn't work out, we were going to try, start again with a fresh kit and everything. But it sounds like it's taken a long while to get going, but we do seem to have some growth now. So I just thought I'd share that with you all as part of the next Sandra Makes. Lovely. Right, anyway, onwards and upwards. But yeah, so I've still been working on the hat that I showed recently, so I was just making it longer so it goes over the ears at the moment, but it's coming along nicely. And otherwise, I'm having a little breather this week because I've got quite a lot on my plate as well with my new job that I mentioned, which I'm just starting. So it's going okay so far. Or maybe I'll chat about that perhaps at the end of the week. Super duper. Right, okay. I hope you're all having a good week and speak soon. Bye for now. Hi everyone. It's been a while. I'm into the second week of my new job. Rasha says hello. Rasha says she has been fed. She says well, she can wait. Anyway, so it's getting quite close to Christmas, so I thought I'd practice. Making some gingerbread men. So it's quite a simple recipe. Some butter, some soft brown sugar, flour, the spices. Forgot the golden syrup. We'll get that in a minute. Anyway, so I'm just getting all the stuff together. Some lined grease-proof trays, scales, mixing bowls, stuff for sifting flour, all that sort of thing. So I will go in search of golden syrup. I can't take you down the other end of the kitchen because it's not been tidied up yet. Rasha will have to wait. And see how these turn out. So I've got spotted some little gingerbread cutters when we were out shopping the other day. I thought they were quite cute. And we're going to do it proper old school with currants to make the buttons and the eyes and the mouth and things like that. Just because it's easy. Anyway. Right, better crack on. Right, so this is an unusual Sandra makes. I'm being joined by the boys.
What, sorry? We're being sensible. We're being sensible. We're not being stupid.
Anyway, so
Lee, you are.
So yeah. I went to get. I don't know why. It's the way my mind works, but I went to get the syrup for the gingerbread men, and it somehow reminded me that I've not checked the mushrooms for a while.
You're not allowed to make gingerbread men anymore.
I am.
They're gingerbread people.
I'm making gingerbread men.
Lee, what's the gingerbread identify as?
No idea.
No idea. Gingerbread person. Hang on. Sorry.
Whose idea is this? No, I'm joking. Anyway, so I thought I'd share this exciting moment with everyone because...
Do you want me and Lee to give a round of applause and give a clap?
Looky in there. A pink mushroom.
Go, Lee. The pink mushroom's growing in an oven box.
So I need to make holes. So I don't know. We're not showing the camera, but there's a little bit trying to grow out there, and there's a couple trying to grow out over there. So I'm going to make. In fact, there's a few more. Yes, I'm going to cut the bag a bit so that the mushrooms can grow bigger. How exciting is that? I've never grown mushrooms before. I've never grown mushrooms before.
I've grown mushrooms.
So that was one of Neil's better ideas.
Yeah, but it should have grown about 5 weeks ago. It's been neglected. It's been how it's anything's happening. It's beyond me. Lee, are you impressed by Sandra's mushroom?
Yeah.
Do you like mushrooms?
They're quite pretty though, aren't they?
Right, thank you, Sandra. That's entertaining. Lee, do you want to do some sieving of flour for Sandra? No, you be alright. Go on, there you go. Go on, sieve the flour. Don't let Sandra see. That's it, Lee. Come on. You can help. Why don't you help Sandra make some gingerbread, man?
Alright.
You might learn something, Lee. You're doing good. Should we leave it to Sandra? Yeah. I think that's a good idea, Lee. I think that's a good idea.
Hold the camera a minute, Lee.
Like that.
Why did I do that?
Neil
leaving.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What? Sorry, what are you doing now?
This is just in case you ever need to know. You can do it that way. And then it stays in the bowl.
Lee? I think you're about to warm up your tea, weren't you? Yeah, you carry on. We'll hand this over to Sandra. Right, I'm going to get on with the night shift, as they say. The things are the wrong way around. It's a bit rubbish. This, I think. You can have it. There you are, Sandra. That was looking very fetching. Lee, we've got a chicken for tomorrow. We're going to have
right, it's going to carry on. Okie doke. So I've creamed together the brown sugar and butter. So it's looking reasonably fluffy. I could do it for longer, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And then I've got in this bowl here, I've got underneath there, I've got my sieved flour, a generous 2 teaspoons of ginger and a bit more for luck, a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of bicarb. This was 200 of flour, 100 each of sugar and butter for those who are interested. 3 tablespoons of golden syrup will be going in, and I'll put in a little splash of vanilla just because why not. And so I'm just going to mix all that together into a dough, and then I'm going to roll it out on here and then cut my gingerbread men and get them baking. So yeah, just going to crack on because I don't want to be up late tonight. I've got early start tomorrow. Fabulous. So I've mixed all the ingredients together, given it a good knead to bring it all together. It did seem quite dry, as if it might not actually. Struggling with this new light setup. Anyway, not my idea. Not liking it. Anyway. See if that's any better. So anyway, so it did go together eventually, giving it a really good kneading, and so that's it all squished together. So I've got a little bit of flour, just flour the board, and roll it out, ready to cut some gingerbread men. Hello. Right, so I've got the first few in the oven, which have got about 5 minutes to go. I must admit, I didn't put currants on those, just because I didn't remember, frankly. Anyway, put currants on these. This one's got a poorly arm and a poorly leg already, but we'll see how it cooks. So they're curranted. Just got a couple more to cut out. And then there's the ones in the oven. Let's have a quick peek. Oh. Sorry, did that get steamed up? Anyway. So they are smelling quite good. I might give them another minute or two, and I'll go and have a look and then finish these and then pop these in. So it's been pretty straightforward, I think. Smelling good. Right, onwards. Righty-ho. So the last few are in the oven cooking, just for about another, no more than 5 minutes-ish. And these are the first ones. All curranted. And so the gingerbread man. Yep, nice and crunchy, and they still having lysine problems. Yeah, and they still taste like gingerbread men. So yeah, give it a try. They weren't too hard. I think probably the hardest part is creaming the butter and the sugar. I don't really like doing that bit, but it does make a better texture. Yeah, so quite pleased with those. So that was just a practice run for Christmas. Some nice Christmassy gingerbread men. Righty-ho. Well, it's getting close to Christmas, so it's finally time to decorate the... So I've got shadowing. The sun's very low, as you can tell. And it's finally time to decorate the Christmas cake. Exciting. But so a couple of things to finish and then get tea sorted. So it'll be dark by then, but I thought I'd just do a little quick bit while it's still light. And I've got a couple of ideas to run outside well, I can still see one or two bits. Oh, that's quite annoying, that shadow. Anyway, and then a little bit of stuff to decorate the Christmas cake with. Anyway, so I've got the bits out ready. So I've got a little Father Christmas and a little reindeer. I've got my icing. I've got marzipan, cake border and cake base. And, oh, if I can get it out, there's the cake itself. Looking rather lush. It smells very Christmassy in there. It smells lovely. So, as people know, I've fed it a couple of times over the last few weeks. And tonight is going to be decorating the cake night, and I'm going to get the filming over to Neil to get up on the Sandra Makes part of our Erstwhile Campsite Warden channel. Can't believe it's nearly Christmas. It's gone so quick now, this last part of the year. So good to see the sunshine today after several days of really grey, dark weather as well. So great to see the sun back. Really lovely. So just I'll do a quick bit on here before before we carry on. Wonderful. I'll share my decorate with you. As I explained before, for people that don't know me or are fairly new to the channel and things, but I've made this Christmas cake a few weeks ago. A few people said, oh, how are you going to decorate it? I love marzipan. I really don't like icing very much, so I'm afraid there won't be a lot going on with the icing front. So I've got a border, so it'll just be a bit of icing on the top, a little bit of decoration. I've spotted one or two bits when I was walking Rasher earlier that I can put on the icing, as well as my little Father Christmas and reindeer. So I will share that all with you a bit later. But I just need to do something with Neil first. Yeah. So on we go. Speak soon. So I'm back again. Tea has been had. Things are moving on. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to decorate this year's Christmas cake. It'll be fairly simple with a little twist from the garden. I'll show you at the end. I just wanted to share with you before we go into the Christmas cake, the pink mushrooms are growing, so I've had to put them in a bigger box so they've got room to grow. Look at these babies. Look at that. So peeking out and growing away quite nicely. And some more coming there. So how bizarre is that? So put them in a bigger box, give them a little sprinkling of water, and I'm going to put them away now, but I just thought it'd be quite fun to show that. Like, I've never grown mushrooms before, so it's a bit of a new experience, so I definitely would consider trying it again. It's quite a slow process, but yeah, quite fun. So that's the mushrooms. So just quickly put those out of the way, and then we'll get on with the cake making. So I've got the cake out ready. I can't share the smell with you, but it is smelling very Christmassy and very yum. I'm going to pop some white marzipan on top, and then the icing I'm going to just put a ribbon round, and then put on some little decorations, and then it'll be all ready for Christmas, which is not that far off now. Super. Anyway, so I promised quite a while ago I'd share this with you all, so we will do that. Sorry about a little bit of camera. Yeah, I haven't quite worked out this whole lighting thing. Anyway, so is that better? Yeah. Maybe I just need to be further away. Anyway, so bear with me a moment. I'll just get things set up, and then we'll come back and I'll do the rolling out of the marzipan first. Also, I realised I didn't have any icing sugar, but I do have a grinder. So I've just ground some normal sugar in the grinder. And again, quite pleased how that's turned out. So my little grinder saved the day on that one. So there you go. Just a little coffee grinder, but it's also ground the sugar quite nicely. So I will need that, otherwise it's just all going to stick to my rolling pin and the board and everything. Right, and then yeah, I'm just going to use a bit of honey to stick the marzipan to the cake. I have used jam in the past, but I don't really have the right kind to hand. But so I'm just going to use honey instead. I'm sure it'll be fine. Super duper. Right, I'm going to pause there and just come back shortly. All right, so not sure that's better, but anyway, let's try that. Anyway, so apart from my lighting issues, so I've got my marzipan rolled out now. So that's looking fine. So just a little bit of icing sugar and just a bit of elbow grease. So I need to pop the icing on, but first I'm going to choose a bit of the honey to stick on the. This is so funny. Right, anyway, yeah, sorry, to stick on the marzipan, and then I need to get rid of this shadow somehow. Neil will be laughing at me. Is that a bit better? I think that's better. Right, okay. So, so I'll stick on. Sorry, so the marzipan's just free floating at the moment. So I'll stick that on, and then roll out the icing, and then I'll show you the next bit. Oh, right, okay. Rightio. Ooh. So Neil's been helping and confusing me a little bit, a lot. Anyway, so the end's in sight. So we have marzipan icing on the cake. We have the border on, and I've got my decorations sorted out, ready to go on. So there's a little. So just to be clear, I am aware these are not edible. They'll be taken off before the cake's eaten. So there's a little bit of the holly, and some Tony Aster berries, and my little figures. So, so I was going to put the figures in the middle. 1, 2. Some little berries in the middle, and a little bit of holly behind them, like so. And then, not too sure what this is, but it looks pretty, so got a bit of that there, a little bit of you, and some pretty berries in there. And then behind, another bit of, oh, it's quite spiky, bit of holly, and some pretty berries, and a bit of you. And then a bit of you. And some berries, and a bit of holly. Oh, bit of you, and a few berries. So I think, I don't know what you guys think. Let's get a bit nearer. Feel like that's looking rather festive. So just being a little bit creative with what we had in the garden. As I said before, not overly keen on icing, so I didn't want lots and lots of icing on there. Neil fancied the idea of a mirror, so to be like a leg and some skaters. Maybe next year, Neil. maybe next year. So I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of fun. So that's our little Christmas cake, all decorated and ready to go. That's better. And I mean, the live bits may not last another week. I don't know, but we can always change them again. It was just partly also for a demo and a bit of fun. So hope you've enjoyed that.
It's a Christmas cake, Sandra. It's a Christmas cake, just like my mum used to make. Now, what I'm looking forward to is being able to, like, one of the best highlights for me with the Christmas cake was being able to eat all the things that are on it, because they were all made out of sugar and icing. And the best thing was eating, like, see the holly, like the sugar holly and the jellies, and I can't wait to get right into it and eat some of that greenery. What have you made it out of sugar?
None of the greenery is edible.
Hey?
Please don't eat the yew. It will go very badly. Or don't eat any of it, basically. None of it's edible.
None of it's edible.
No.
Is that edible?
You put finger marks in my icing. Yeah, the icing, but the topping bits, no.
Well, you're supposed to get edible things. Very nice. It'd be even nice if it's edible. Right, and how old's the Christmas cake? Now it's a few months old, isn't
Being
it?
creative and original and a bit different.
Yeah, but how old is the cake? You say
I
make
think
it like in
about
summer.
3 months old.
So I was saying to Sandra this afternoon when she was doing this, those of a certain age, my mum had a powder puff. You don't say powder puff mirrors anymore.
Why not?
Well, because you don't say words anymore. You get into trouble. When them women's, it was like a little clamshell thing, and she had this like bit of stuff in it. She used to go like that, and it used to smell of talcum powder and it smelled like an old woman. Do you remember them things?
Yeah.
I can't name who it was, but I once went and did a photo session of quite a famous person, and we went in the woods on a very warm day, and he pulled out of his pocket, he pulled out one of them, he was stuck in his head and said, "What?" He says, "I'm doing makeup so I don't reflect." It was powder in his face. Anyway, those, true story. So those powder puff things, them little round, my mum used to put one in the middle there. She put the icing on, and we had little figures, ice skaters, and it looked like they were ice skating on a frozen pond.
Yeah, I mentioned that myself before you came through. But project for next year, possibly, if you want to give it a go.
Great. We need some sugar, plum, people, and greenery so we can eat it all. Very good. I'm impressed. That's very nice. It's going to be a centrepiece for our Christmas celebrations, which are up in.
So we've got a request from Lee as well to make some more gingerbread men.
Yeah, Lee, gingerbread men. We need to ask him how he eats his gingerbread men. How do you eat yours? How do you start?
Usually an arm or a leg, I think.
What do you end with?
The head.
Jelly babies, isn't it? You go straight for the head. Or I'm taking over Sandra's video here, but how do you eat your jelly babies, or how do you eat your gingerbread men? You start with a foot or a hand and leave the head till last, or you straight for the head. Very good. Very good. Right.
Anyway, so Christmas cake is done.
Where are we now? So this video should be up today, the 15th of December. So it's 10 days to the big day. Have you said goodbye yet?
Yeah, and I said have a good Christmas and watch out for our Christmas festivities if you're a bit lonely and things like that.
Are you lonely tonight?
So that's, I think, going to be the end of this Sandra Makes, and the end, I think, of the Christmassy themed Sandra Makes, and then we'll be getting into the new year and new projects, and very much looking forward to that, and hopefully you'll join me on some of that journey. Great to see you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. If you are a little bit stuck on your own, as we did last year, we'll be doing some things for fun on Christmas Day, which we hope that you'll enjoy. and maybe sing along a bit with us if you'd like to. There'll be more about that from Neil soon. And otherwise, stay safe, stay well, and see you on the next Sandra Makes. Bye for now.